This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Adesuwa Osuyi, and this is Africa Now. Eastern Burkina Faso on Monday was attacked by rebels that killed at least 30 people as they burned down homes. Witnesses say the attack took place in the Komanjari province near the border with Niger. About 100 rebels who entered the town on motorcycles, tricycles and pickup trucks were said to have surrounded the village and went house to house, setting fire to them and killing people. The rebels attacked volunteers solicited by the government last year to help contain the spread of the ongoing violence, which has been connected to Al-Qaeda and ISIL. Libya's foreign minister has called for the withdrawal of foreign troops from the country in preparation of its election later this year. Naja Al-Makouch made this call on Monday during a news conference with her Turkish colleague Mevlut Cavusoglu in Tripoli. She urged Turkey to implement UN Security Council resolutions demanding the return of more than 20,000 foreign troops and mercenaries from Libya. A Turkish diplomat and politician who traveled to Tripoli along with the defense minister and other top military officials maintained that Turkish forces were in Libya according to an agreement reached with the previous Libya government. The Congolese government announced on Monday that it will replace civilian authorities with military administrations in two troubled provinces for a month. In a statement read on the state broadcaster government spokesman Kansongo Mwema Yamba said governors and provincial assemblies in North Kivu and Ituri provinces will be suspended for 1 month, beginning from Thursday. This comes after a state of siege was declared last Friday to address the increasing bloodshed in the east. He said the government will install military governors and police vice governors with wide-ranging powers to conduct day and night searches. They will also have the power to ban publications and the movement of people. Since the beginning of 2021, the attacks by armed men and intercommunal violence along the country's border with Uganda have killed hundreds of people. Egypt has signed an agreement to purchase 30 Rafale fighter jets from France. Egypt's Armed Forces spokesperson Tamal El-Rafai made the statement early Tuesday. On Twitter, Mr. El-Rafai said that the signed agreement between the Egyptian Armed Forces and France's Dassault Aviation SA was made through a financing loan to be repaid over at least 10 years, but did not reveal the value of the deal. He also mentioned that a similar agreement on the purchase of 24 Rafale fighter jets was made between Cairo and Paris in 2015. Reports said the deal was worth $4.52 billion. A ward at Modimashel F.H. Odendal Hospital in Limpopo, South Africa, caught fire on Tuesday morning and killed 2 people. A brief statement released by the department stated that other patients were rescued, but unfortunately 2 died. It also said a team of experts has been dispatched to investigate the circumstances surrounding the cause of the fire. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. More stories after the break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. President Samia Suluhu Hassan of Tanzania is in Nairobi for a 2-day state visit beginning from Tuesday. The visit is in response to an invitation from Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta. This comes after 5 years after her predecessor, late John Magufuli, made a visit to the country. During the visit, Suluhu will address a joint session of Kenyan Parliament, bilateral matters and areas of cooperation in terms of regional trade policies that have suffered tensions in recent years will be discussed. President Suluhu will also be seeking to urge Kenya's business community to consider investing in the neighboring country. The relationship between the two East African neighboring countries has been affected by disagreements over trade in the past. These disagreements include a ban by Kenya on liquefied petroleum gas coming in from Tanzania, which made Dar es Salaam retaliate by blocking Kenyan milk and its products and cigarettes. To health matters, Somalia's health ministry and its partners have committed to improving vaccination coverage against COVID-19 and other vaccine-preventable diseases, according to a statement issued on Tuesday. In a statement released for the World Immunization Week, vaccines bring people closer to a healthier world and are permissible to be taken during the holy month of Ramadan. It said Somalia's health ministry, the WHO and UNICEF renewed their commitments to make sure that every child is counted for vaccination against vaccine-preventable diseases. Health Minister Fawzia Abikar Nur said Somalia was the last country to experience smallpox, but with collaborative efforts, the country was able to eliminate the disease. She said polio was now also on the verge of being eradicated. The Uganda's parliament has passed an all-encompassing law on sexual offences while abolishing some of the provisions in the decade-old criminal law in the process. The new law provides for the establishment of a national sexual offenders register in which anyone who is convicted of a sexual offence will have their name registered within 10 days of the court ruling. They will be obliged to disclose this history if applying for a job or any position that puts children in their care. The Uganda government also introduced legislation on street harassment, public sexual assault, as well as harassment in professional settings for the first time. Catcalling, the demand of sexual favors for job opportunities or academic progress, has been made illegal. The new law also criminalizes child sex tourism and child sex work. The law also demands at least 7 years imprisonment for anyone who shares digital explicit content on their internet and any social media platforms. Activists have backed this up, saying this could have an impact on the targets of revenge pornography in cases where such explicit content is shared from the victim's own account by their abuser. In business, the Ugandan shilling has appreciated by 2.9% year-on-year and 0.1% month-on-month to a mid-rate of 3,662.9 Ugandan shillings per US dollar in March 2021. This is compared to an appreciation of 0.3% year-on-year and 0.7% month-on-month in February 2021. This is contained in a report on the new monetary policy report for April released by the Bank of Uganda, BOU. In the report, the appreciation was as a result of inflows from offshores, NGOs, coffee export receipts, and non-financial institutions amidst demand from oil, manufacturing, and telecom sectors. In the near term, the exchange rate is expected to depreciate on account of worsening current account deficit and continued strengthening of the US dollar. To sports, the president of Liberia, Dr. George Menawir, will meet Gianni Infantino, the president of the Federation of International Football Association, FIFA, on Wednesday. President Infantino will arrive in Liberia on Tuesday as he goes on a tour of Africa. He will be accompanied by Dr. Patrice Motsepe, the president of the Confederation of African Football, CAF. President George Weah, who is a football legend and friend to Infantino, is expected to use the medium to discuss a wide range of problems affecting football development in Nigeria and Africa. He also is to thank Mr. Infantino and the FIFA body for the innovative leadership skills brought to the global football body, as well as the constant support given to the Liberian Football Association. And that is Africa Now. For more updates, visit our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Also follow and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. My name is Adesuwa Osuyi. Good afternoon.